I inherited $400,000 of my mom's money plus the house, and then I kicked out my stepdad and his kids. They're in a homeless shelter now. Am I the a-hole? I really don't know if I'm the a-hole in this case. My 19 male parents divorced when I was 6. My mom got a boyfriend, Josh, and they started living together when I was 9. He had twin daughters who were 4 when they moved in. Their mother was not in their lives anymore.
They ask you how you are.
My mom took them in as their own. I admit that I was a little jealous because they had her full time and me only 50% of the time. I think my mom loved them more too. I was a quiet kid and spent most of my time in my room when my mom had me. I didn't want any siblings, and my mom tried to no avail. Nothing came of it.
Oh, geez.
Something came of Josh. Something came from Josh. Josh came. By the time I was 16, I rarely spent any time at my mom's place. And when I went to college, I got an apartment, even though my mom lived in the same city as my college. My mom tragically passed in December. Because Josh and her never got married for some reason, I inherited everything, including her house. Silver lining. My mom died, but at least I got all her money.
Did OP say that?
No, but
okay.
that's what he's thinking. I allowed Josh and the kids to still live there. I paid half the bills as he is struggling because of a low-paying job. My lease ends in December and decided to move into my house after. I sat down with Josh and told him I was moving in January. Since this is my house, I will take the bedroom and he will move into my old room, which low-key, way nicer than what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be like,
Yo, just get the f out.
Yeah,
this is my house.
I want to masturbate in every single room.
He started crying. How his bedroom is his safe space and all my mom's things are there, which gives him peace. I told him he can move a few of her things to my old room. My room is 1/3 of the bedroom. He started crying even more and saying he doesn't want to abandon their bedroom. I was pretty pissed at that moment. So I told him to get out of the house as I don't have the energy to deal with his shit.
Yeah.
I've since cooled down, but 3 days later, he sent me a message to notify me where he left his keys and that they moved out, which I feel like it escalated kind of fast. He's like, hey, you can stay in the other room. He's like, oh, like I'm really sad. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And I found out that they moved to a homeless shelter.
Good job. Good job, buddy.
I got messages from my mom's side of the family, how I am heartless and cruel to kick them out. How the twins lost mom and home in less than a year. The twins texted me they can't believe their own brother made them homeless and asked me what they did wrong. My dad and his family told me I did nothing wrong. I do feel bad for them, but I still think I decide who gets what room in my house. Am I the a-hole? And there is an update. But John, what do you think? I mean, like, it is OP's house, but he is making them homeless.
I think we might have run into, as of right now,
an a-hole.
An OP that is the a-hole.
I don't think OP is an a-hole for telling the people to move out, but to do it so suddenly.
Yeah.
Seems like a dick move. I will call Josh today and ask him to meet. I will try to sort things through and I hope we will come to an agreement. Also, some more info. I let them live in the house and paid half the bill as a way to share with them. I will probably give them what's left of my mom's savings after the lawsuit is completed. I left that money alone because my mom was responsible for an accident and left one person disabled. He is suing me right now. I think I am generous. And also some more info. Josh didn't get any inheritance and is struggling with money. So the least I could do was help them out with that. They live rent-free and half the utilities paid. Now, a lot of people may wonder where I get the money from. My dad is actually paying for my apartment and house utilities. Mom did have savings, but the civil lawsuit is pending, so it might be taken up.
Okay.
Okay, so now there's an update 10 days later.
Oh.
A lot has happened since my first post. We had first a mediation meeting about the lawsuit, and we reached an agreement.
There we go.
I will have to pay 1/4 of the savings my mom left to me, which is a lot less than I thought. I met with Josh a day later after my post. It went, well, unexpected. I apologized for my hot-headed response. I told him I didn't really mean it and invited them back into my home. He told me no. He admitted that it was actually very hard for him to live there. He saw my mom everywhere he looked, and it was hard for him. He took my kicking them out as an opportunity to leave the house without his daughters resenting him. He basically made me the bad guy. And he apologized for that. He didn't know his daughters called my grandparents and me. When he found out, he confessed to his daughters and to my grandparents what he told me. I don't care either way about my grandparents as we have no relationship. I don't give a shit about my grandparents.
Get out of here, you old bag of bones.
How he found out, my dad talked to him before me. My dad wanted to help him, so he called him. He even got Josh 10 free sessions with his good friend who's a grief therapist. And it's my dad that convinced him to talk to me. My dad is my hero, and in this case is the real master of the puppet. puppet. So Josh will move in temporarily to my grandparents, talk to my dad about the money. I decided to give Josh the rest of my mom's savings. He can buy a nice apartment and still has some left over. He can buy an apartment. That's pretty outright. That's insane. Josh was very happy and thanked me over and over again. I did it for the peace of mind. We probably won't have much of a relationship moving forward. For me, this is a chapter of my life that is closed. I will probably sell the house after my graduation from college. It has no sentimental meaning to me. OP is like the least sentimental person ever. Kicks out his sisters to the street.
Yep.
Doesn't have any relationship with his grandparents. None. It was like, stepdad's out of my life after this.
He goes into the house of his mother. And he's like, I don't see anything I want. Sell it.
I want to know what all of you think. Is OP the a-hole or not? Did he redeem himself by the end?
And what would you have done as well if you were OP?
What would you have done? John, I'll pass it to you. Who is the a-hole and what would you have done?
This is one of the rarest kinds of stories. I think OP was the a-hole in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then OP kind of redeemed himself.
Yeah, dude.
You can almost give a-hole to Josh, the stepdad, because he lied to his children and brought them into a homeless shelter to try and kind of save face. Have your kids go through that. I mean, that's not a good environment. You know what I mean? So honestly, I think I would have let Josh stay. Yeah. But I don't think I would have given him all of the money. So I would have been, I think, more generous than OP was in the beginning, but not as generous as OP was toward the end.
I mean, I would just wait long enough for Josh to get on his feet.
Yeah.
If my mom left the money to me, then my mom left the money to me, right?
Entitled to it.
Yeah, and maybe help Josh out a little bit, but yeah, 100% of it is, I would say, overly generous.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What a story. I mean, let us know what you would do. And also, thanks for just not being an a-hole. We love you and we feel sentimentally towards you. So give us that love right back. Give us a big thumbs up and just tell us how you feel. Put it in the comments. Come on, right there. Tippy tap on your little cute little fingers. So we know what you're thinking.
We love you and see you next time.